right now. In the sky above you, something is happening that almost nobody is talking about. The moon just moved directly in front of Venus. And in the ancient world, this was the sign that everything was about to change. If you've been waiting, if you've been suffering, if you've been holding on by a thread, this is your moment. Stay with me. What the sky is doing right now. There are moments in the universe that feel almost impossible to ignore. Moments when the cosmos itself seems to pause, take a breath, and speak directly to the human soul. June 17th and 18th, 2026, is one of those moments. What is happening right now in the sky is called a lunar occultation of Venus. That's a scientific term. But what it means is far more profound than any textbook will ever tell you. The moon is passing directly in front of Venus, and for a brief, breathtaking window, one of the brightest objects in our entire sky simply disappears. Venus, the planet of love, desire, beauty, and abundance, vanishes behind the moon, hidden from sight, before slowly reappearing again in all its brilliance. Two of the brightest lights in the heavens merge into a single point of light, and then they separate. And when they do, something in the spiritual fabric of reality shifts. Now I want you to think about that for a second. Venus, the planet that governs your heart's deepest wishes, your capacity to receive love, your ability to attract abundance, is being covered, hidden, held in secret, not destroyed, not taken away, simply prepared in the dark. This is not random. The universe does not operate in coincidences. Every celestial movement carries a spiritual frequency, and right now, that frequency is speaking to you about everything you have been waiting for. And here is what makes these 2 days even more extraordinary. Venus is currently moving through Cancer, the sign of home, family, emotional safety, and the deepest forms of nurturing love. This is Venus at her most tender, her most vulnerable, her most emotionally open. And the moon, Cancer's ruling planet, is the one doing the covering. The moon is holding Venus right now, protecting her, preparing her. We are also just days out from the new moon in Gemini on June 14th. Seeds were planted in the cosmos just a few days ago, and now, as the moon waxes toward fullness, those seeds are being watered by one of the most powerful celestial alignments of the entire year. This is not just astrology. This is the universe organizing itself around your transformation. If you have been going through a period of waiting, and I know so many of you watching this have, if you have been praying for something, hoping for something, quietly carrying a dream that you were almost afraid to speak aloud, then pay very close attention to what I am about to tell you. Because these 2 days, June 17th and 18th, are not just another moment on the calendar. They are a portal, a turning point written in light. And the fact that you are watching this right now, that is not an accident either. The universe brought you here, and it has something to say. God is preparing your blessing in secret. When Venus disappears behind the moon, it looks, from where we stand on Earth, like the light is gone. Like something precious has been taken away. But here is the spiritual truth that changes everything. The light was never gone. Venus was still there, still shining, still full of her power and her brilliance. She was simply hidden, not from existence, but from our limited field of vision. This is exactly what God, the universe, source, the divine, whatever name feels sacred to you, has been doing with your blessings. They have not been withheld. They have been prepared, hidden from your sight on purpose, so that what arrives will arrive whole, complete, undeniable. So that when it appears, you will have no doubt, this was made for me. Think about the people in your life who received something beautiful, a relationship, a financial breakthrough, a healing, seemingly out of nowhere. You watched them and thought, how did that happen so fast? But the truth is, their blessing was never out of nowhere. It was being shaped behind the scenes in the invisible world long before it ever became visible. It was waiting for the right moment to reappear. This is the cosmic promise of the lunar occultation of Venus. What was hidden is about to become visible, and this message is especially powerful for those of you who have been in the dark longest, the ones who have been faithful in the waiting, the ones who have kept going even when every sign seemed to say stop, the ones who chose to believe even when they had every reason not to. The moon in astrology represents the soul. It represents emotions, intuition, the deep hidden places inside of us that only we know. When the moon covers Venus, your soul is literally merging with your desires. Your emotional body is aligning with your manifestations. This is the moment when what you feel inside finally begins to match what appears outside. And Venus in Cancer is crying right now, in the best way. These are the tears of release, of relief, of finally being held after too long in the cold. If you have felt emotional this week, if you woke up and couldn't explain a heaviness in your chest, or found yourself crying without quite knowing why, if you've had strange dreams, or felt a sudden wave of something that felt like longing, that is not weakness. That is activation. Your soul knows what your mind does not yet fully understand. The energy of this alignment has already begun to move through you. You are not falling apart. You are opening up. And what is opening up in you right now is exactly what needs to be open for your blessing to find its way in. Be still. Be ready, because what has been hidden is almost here. The old chapter is being destroyed. Venus opposite Pluto. Now I need to speak directly about something happening on June 17th that most people will feel deeply but not understand. On the exact same day that the moon occults Venus, there is another planetary alignment firing at full power. Venus is sitting in direct opposition to Pluto, and if you know anything about Pluto, you already feel what that means. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, of shadow and transformation, of the things that must be destroyed before something new can be born. When Pluto speaks, it doesn't whisper. It breaks things open. It pulls up from the roots what is no longer serving your highest purpose, and it removes it permanently. Venus opposite Pluto is one of the most intensely transformative aspects in all of astrology. And here is what it means for you on these 2 days. The old version of your love life, your self-worth, and your relationship with abundance is over. Not paused, not taking a break. Over. Every toxic relationship that has been draining your energy, Pluto is severing it now. Every old wound around love and rejection that has kept you playing small, Pluto is cutting the cord. Every belief you absorbed from childhood that told you that you were not worthy of real love, real money, real peace, Pluto is reaching in and pulling it out at the root. This will not always feel gentle. Let me be honest with you about that. Pluto's work rarely feels comfortable in the moment. You may find yourself confronting feelings you buried a long time ago. You may have a difficult conversation, an unexpected ending, a realization that hits you like cold water. But here is what you must anchor yourself to. Destruction that comes from Pluto is always purposeful. There is no violence in the universe without purpose. If something in your life is crumbling right now, it is because the foundation it was built on could not hold what is coming for you next. You cannot receive a new love while still living in the wreckage of an old one. You cannot step into abundance while still carrying poverty consciousness as your identity. The two cannot coexist. Venus opposite Pluto on June 17th is the universe performing spiritual surgery. Yes, it cuts, but it cuts away what is killing you. And when it is done, and it will be done soon, what remains will be real, solid, built to last. The chosen ones, feeling this shift right now, may experience sudden emotional releases, unexpected anger or grief about old situations, dreams about people who hurt them, physical sensations in the chest and heart area, a strange knowing that something is finally ending. Let it end. For the love of everything sacred, let it end. Because what Pluto destroys, Venus in Cancer is already preparing to replace. And what Venus brings after a Pluto transit is the kind of love and abundance you stopped believing was possible. Signs you are one of the chosen ones, feeling this shift. There is a group of people on this earth who are spiritually sensitive. They may not always have the language for what they experience. They don't always have someone who understands them, but they feel the energetic movements of the universe in ways that go far beyond what can be explained logically. If you are still watching this video right now, you are one of them, and there are specific signs that the chosen ones feel during a celestial gateway as powerful as June 17th and 18th. These signs are not imagination. They are your soul's way of communicating with you during a period of accelerated transformation. The first sign, sudden emotional release. You find yourself crying and don't quite know why. Something small, a song, a smell, a memory, undoes you completely. This is not weakness. This is Venus in Cancer unlocking what you have been suppressing. The emotion needs to move through you so it can leave you. The second sign, heaviness in the chest that becomes lightness. Many chosen ones describe a sensation in the heart area during this window, a pressure, an ache, followed by a wave of inexplicable peace. This is the energetic clearing that Venus opposite Pluto brings. Old grief is leaving through your heart. The third sign, dreams about people from your past, old loves, old friends, family members you haven't thought about in years. These dreams are not random. The veil between past and present becomes thin during lunar occultations, and your soul is processing and releasing what is no longer meant to travel forward with you. The fourth sign, tingling sensations, particularly in the hands, feet, or crown of the head. These are physical confirmations of energetic activation. Your body is literally recalibrating to a higher frequency. The fifth sign, unexpected memories surfacing. Moments from your past that you thought were resolved rising to the surface again, sometimes painfully. This is Pluto doing the deep cleaning. It needs to bring it up before it can pull it out. The sixth sign, a feeling of being watched or guided. A presence, a warmth, a sense that someone or something unseen is very close to you right now. Trust that feeling. Your guides, your ancestors, the divine, they are near during this window. The boundary between the seen and unseen is thinner than usual. The seventh sign, sudden clarity about your life direction. A decision that has been foggy for months, becoming crystal clear. A sense of knowing, without explanation, exactly what you need to do next. If you are experiencing even 3 of these signs, you are in active spiritual transformation right now. This is not happening to you, it is happening for you. The universe chose this timing, this window, this convergence of Moon and Venus and Pluto specifically for your liberation. Honor what you feel. Write it down. Sit with it. You are in the middle of your own sacred story. Don't block your blessing. What to do, June 17th to 18th. The universe has opened a door, but every door requires you to walk through it. And there are things, specific things, that can block the blessing that is trying to reach you during this extraordinary window. I want to give you both what to do and what to avoid over these 2 transformative days. What to avoid on June 17th and 18th. Do not force outcomes. This is not the time to control, to push, to demand that life look the way you think it should look. Venus and the Moon are working together in the most intuitive, receptive energy. Force will break the frequency. Trust the unfolding. Do not go back to what Pluto is trying to remove. If someone or something has been exiting your life this week, even if it hurts, even if you are grieving it, do not reach back. Pluto's removals are purposeful, reopening the door. Pluto is closing will only delay what the universe has waiting for you on the other side. Do not fill the silence with noise. Many people, when transformation begins, panic. They distract, they scroll endlessly, they numb themselves, they avoid sitting in the feeling. But the feeling is the gateway. The discomfort of these days is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is shifting. Sit with it. Do not speak your blessing to everyone. Venus going behind the Moon is a reminder that the most sacred things are prepared in secret. Some of what is coming for you is too delicate for outside opinion right now. Guard your growth during this window. What to do on June 17th and 18th. Make space for emotion. Cry if you need to. Journal what is moving through you. Let it out. The clearing is the blessing. Write down what you desire. Venus rules manifestation. Venus in Cancer rules heart-level desires. Home, love, family, security, belonging. Write down what you truly want with vulnerability and specificity. The universe is listening with unusual clarity on these days. Spend time in the evening sky. If you can, go outside after sunset and look toward the western horizon. Look for the crescent moon. Look for where Venus is. Even if you can't see the occultation itself, feel it. The energy is real, whether your eyes confirm it or not. Speak a prayer or intention aloud. There is something specific about the vibration of the spoken word under this sky. Say what you want. Say what you are releasing. Say what you are ready for. Rest. This one is simple but underestimated. Your body is processing enormous amounts of energetic information right now. Sleep is not laziness during this window. It is sacred work. A new chapter is beginning. The new moon that opened on June 14th planted seeds in your soul, and the waxing crescent in the sky right now is growing them quietly. What was hidden is returning to the light. What was blocked is being released. What was promised is arriving. The waiting is over. The new chapter is now. If what I shared with you today resonated, if something in your soul recognized this message, I need you to do something right now. Not tomorrow. Right now. Hit that like button. Because when you do, you're telling the universe, I'm ready. And you're also helping this message find the people who need it most. People who are right in the middle of their waiting period. People who need to hear that the sky is working on their behalf. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and turn on your notifications, because we are entering one of the most spiritually significant periods of the entire year. And I am not going to let you miss a single alignment that could change your life. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of those 7 signs are you experiencing right now? The emotional release, the heart heaviness turning to peace, the dreams, tell me. I read every single one, and this community sees you. You are not alone in what you're feeling. And if you want to go deeper, If you want to understand how your personal natal chart is being activated by this Venus-Moon occultation and the Pluto opposition, check the description, because your specific birth chart tells us exactly which area of your life is receiving this blessing and where the old chapter is finally, permanently closing. The Moon covered Venus, and now Venus is reappearing. Your blessing is reappearing with her. Your season of waiting is over. The new chapter is written in the stars, and it begins tonight. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. The universe is